Okay, welcome back to the YouTube channel of mine, Korea. Um, that was so awkward. Um, don't know what I was finna tell you. Oh, this video will be my August release because of the books that came out this month that I own now. We're gonna start off with two books that I don't actually physically have yet because they were both supposed to come in a book box and they've both been delayed. They should be shipping soon, hopefully. So first up, on August 3rd, The Dead in the Dark by Courtney Gold came out. I've been so excited for this book. Actually, I have an arc of it. I got an arc some months ago. I can't wait to have the actual finished copy. And this was supposed to come in the Rainbow Crate box, and it's not here yet. And then another book that I've been so excited to own and get my hands on is A Lesson in Vengeance by Victoria Lee. So excited for this book. This was supposed to come in Outgrade's August box. Cannot wait for it to get here. Now back to the physical books that I do actually own. We're gonna start with Fresh by Margot Wood. It's such a pretty cover, and there's no dust jacket. It's just the cover as is, and it has these really cute end pages, and I love how there's just that one spill cup. Now this is a new adult book. It is about Elliot McHugh. She's starting her freshman year of college, and she's expecting to live it up and live the college experience or whatever, but when reality hits, she's like, this is not at all what I was expecting college to be like. So I'm excited for this one. Then we have Like Other Girls by Britta London. I'm pretty sure. So this girl, she joins the football team. She was on the basketball team. She got into a fight. She got kicked off. And so she joins the football team. And other girls joined too because they were inspired by her. And of course, it's going to be all the backlash from other people and then actually teaching the other girls how to play and whatnot. So I'm interested to see how this plays out because there's more than one way to be like other girls. And I like the concept, even if I hate sports. Now this one is one of the many that I've been super excited and anticipating because Black Boy Joy, it's such a pretty cover too. And it's a yellow inside cover, but it's so pretty. I've been so excited for it because when we get Black stories, most of them are all centered around the trauma or the racist aspect or the slavery, and the Black people can't ever just be happy, just be excited, just have joy, especially Black men. And so Black Boy Joy, it's an anthology that different authors came together and wrote stories about Black boys getting to experience joy. So it's make joy your superpower with stories, comics, and poems that celebrate Black boyhood. So I've been so excited about this, and I absolutely love this cover. And so those were the books that came out on August 3rd. Now moving on to August 10th. We have The Devil Makes Three. I have no idea what it's about. I just thought the cover was really neat. There's a book in a crypt, a book forgotten by time and religion and history itself, a book they never should have opened. So when the headmaster's son requests a bunch of occult books, Tessa's search for them opens the door to a world of dark magic and forgotten places. They find a secret tunnel that leads to an ancient book. It's filled with more than words, and they accidentally release a horrifying devil from his centuries-old prison. And the devil will stop at nothing to stay free. It's so pretty. I don't think I've ever actually read what it was about before getting it, but now I'm super interested in it. After that, we have The Mark of the Wicked. It's another book. Ow, I just smacked myself in the face with it. That I did not look at what it was about. Couldn't tell you. But I can tell you that magic always leaves its mark. Main character's name is Matilda. First, let me... I'm messing it up by accident. No. Okay, there we go. All her life, Matilda has been told one thing about her magic. You use only when necessary. She has an interest in being a good witch. She wants revenge and popularity and to live her life free of consequences, free of the scars the dark magic leaves on her face as a reminder of her misdeeds. When the spell goes awry and the new boy at school catches her in the act, Matilda thinks her secret might be out. But Oliver already knows about magic and he wants to learn more. They get closer, things get weird. A lot of weird stuff happens. Matilda gets blamed. But she's not responsible. But then her magic begins to spin out of control. And now she has to decide what makes a good witch before the people ends up dead. So that's The Mark of the Wicked. I love this cover. I just be getting covers, books based off titles and covers. Truthfully, I couldn't tell you what they're about. I learned the same time you learn what these books are about. Okay. Now this one, A Queen Comes to Power. Look at this. It's so pretty. So pretty. But this is a sequel. The first book is An Heir Comes to Rise by C.C. Piñaranda. Piñaranda. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. But it's pretty. They both have these really pretty inside cover designs. First one says she will rise. The second one says she will defy. And it's so pretty. And they both have a map inside of it. Look at how absolutely neat this is. So, yes. This is a book I found. I think it's self-published. It's a book that I found because of TikTok. Not BookTok books, but just I found looking for self-published authors. The Sisters of Reckoning. This is also a sequel. I'm not sure where in my room the first book is. This is Sisters of Reckoning by Charlotte Nicole Davis. Cannot tell you what it's about. I just be wanting y'all to see it more than anything else. I know y'all aren't surprised by now. One day I'll be able to come over here and just tell you all what these books are about. One day. And that day is not today. I just want you to see them. We also got How We Fell Apart by Katie Zhao. Now this is Dark Academia. I think it's set in a boarding school. Study hard, betray harder. Lesson number 1, Sinclair Prep students. Betrayal will hunt you from the grave. Jamie is the queen bee of Sinclair Prep until one day she's dead. Her former closest friends have no idea what happened to her. An anonymous poster points a finger at them. And a whole bunch of other stuff happens. But it's supposed to be Dark Academia. We got some Asian rep, boarding schools, murder, mystery. What more could you ask for, truthfully? And this is another sequel, Rise Up from the Embers. The first book is Sapphire to the Gods. This is so pretty. I love this a million times more than the first cover. Truthfully, I wouldn't even think they were part of the same. I like the first book's cover, but you wouldn't even think this is part of the same series. And I like this one so much better. Also, could not tell you what it's about. Sapphire to the Gods. I bought it last year. Don't remember what it was about. Haven't read it because I was waiting for this. So maybe one day, whenever I read them, you'll know what it's about when I come on here and talk about them. If I read them. But that came out August 17th. So we're on August 17th now. Nemoth by Amber McBride. This is poetry, and I got it just because of this. I'm not the biggest poetry person, but this is so pretty, and I wanted it. Before my grandfather died, he taught me that a lot of what we think we know about moths is as flimsy as their delicate wings that sprinkle dust and death like whispered omens. Grandfather used to say, there are no omens, just balance. Balance is what brings about magic. That's the back of this book. And this is beautiful. And pages are blue. Because of course they are. And that is the spine. And there's a little etched moth on the inside cover. Now this book is the first book of a series, but it's the author that makes it for me. Now, Ashfall Legacy by Pittacus Lore. This book I did not know was coming out. I found out a couple days before it came out, and if Pittacus Lore sounds familiar, it is because they wrote the I Am Number 4 series, and I own every single one of those books, including the spin-off series. That's 3 books long. Nobody was talking about this book. Nobody. The publisher, I saw it because one of the publishing companies I follow posted about it like literal days before it came out. Like, why would you wait? And I'm thinking it wouldn't be out for months because this was my first time hearing about it. And so it wasn't until the day it came out when they were like, oh, it's out, that I was like, wait, what? So I had to rush and get it because I adore the I Am Number 4 series. I didn't know Pittacus Lore was writing another book. And now Pittacus Lore is obviously a sweat on them. But I had to get it. Didn't care what it was about. Just cared that it was by Pittacus Lore. And they wrote the I Am Number 4 series. But we have waited generations for you. So excited. Now, then we have Redemptor, which, if this cover looks familiar to you, if this design looks familiar to you, it is because it is the sequel to Raybear. And like, tell me these books aren't gorgeous. Tell me they aren't beautiful. Tell me, behold what is coming. Beautiful. I still couldn't tell you what this book was about because I done told y'all a million times I don't read books unless the series is completed. So I haven't read it. But I have it. I don't know if this is going to be a duology or if it's going to be multiple. I have to see before I start reading. But it's beautiful. I was showing my friend, I went to the bookstore with my friend the other day, and I was just showing her all the books that I own and how many books I have, how many queer and BIPOC books I have. And she was like, do you own this? I was like, yeah, actually. So now she has a lot of queer and BIPOC recs. Because I was just showing these off like it was nothing. These and a million other books. That's the end of the 17th week. Now we're on August 24th. There were a lot of books. There were several books that came out on August 24th that I really wanted. But most of them I didn't learn until like closer to the end, so it was like too late. And also there were a couple books that were supposed to come out that day that the release date got pushed back. So I only have one book that actually came out on the 24th with me, and that is Devil in the Device, which is also a sequel to Goddess in the Machine. It's another book I couldn't tell you what it's about, but I do know that it is a duology, so I can read it soon because now it's completed. And look at how pretty this is. My cover's messed up because Amazon sucks. This is the only book that came out on the 24th that I have, but there are a couple more I want, like The Second Rebel, which I'm pretty sure is also a sequel, so I need the first book first. Burden Falls and Bad Witch Burning. I really want those. And then of course, last but not least, we have the books that came out today. I only have 2 of which because, again, a couple more release dates were pushed back. But we have Forest Born by Elaine Audrey Becker. Based on the pictures I kept seeing, I thought it was gonna come out in paperback, and I was disappointed, but I was willing for it. To be born of the forest is a gift and a curse. I do not remember what made me buy this book. Embrace your magic, brave the forest, save the prince. I don't remember what made me about this book because I don't remember anything about it. Rora is a shifter, as magical as all those born in the wilderness and as feared. She uses her ability to spy for the king, traveling under different guises and listening for signs of trouble. When a magical illness surfaces across the kingdom, she discovers the devastating truth. Finally, Finley, the prince, and her best friend has caught it too. His only hope is stardust, the rarest magical elements. She swore deep in the wilderness where she swore to never return. But of course, she's gonna do it anyway. So that's that. I don't know what meant by it, but it sounds interesting. And last but not least, there's also another book that came out today that I really wanted, which was The Witch Haven. But it was another book that I found out well after I had pre-ordered books for this month. But The Woods Are Always Watching by Stephanie Perkins, which is the author of There's Someone Inside Your House, which I've only heard of recently, but I know it's getting a TV show, so I need to get the book. But The Woods Are Always Watching. It's a super pretty cover. Don't remember what it's about. Bears aren't the only predators in these woods. Can you believe? Best friends Nita and Josie spent high school as outsiders, but at least they had each other. Now with college and the 2,000-mile separation looming on the horizon, they have one last chance to be together. 3-day hike deep into the woods of the Pisgah National Forest. Tensions lead to a detour off the trail straight into a waking nightmare, and then into something far worse. Something that will test them in horrifying ways. So yes, it's supposed to be spooky. But these are the books that I got this month, that came out this month. Not all the books I got this month, just the ones that came out this month. But and more have come out this month that I want. Hopefully one day I will get them. But if you bother to watch this, thank you. One day I'll be able to tell you more about these books that I have that I will hopefully read one day. But until next time, thank you.